Yo, Dash. Dash, you the first one in regular now, innit? Walk one. How you doing, man? You okay, yeah? Hope everything's good. Um, I got a lot of things to do tomorrow, and I've been at the podcast. I've been at the podcast all day. Walk one, gateway to heaven. How you doing? How you doing? Oh, 6, 1, 7. Wait there, 1 second. How we doing though, man? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. 12. What do you mean? How the fuck can get 12 years and did he get 4 years? But what do you mean though? What do you mean? Like, have you like seen the live thingy? I think I should get it up, innit? I'm gonna get it up now. I think I need to get it up so you can see if you haven't already seen it. I've watched bits and pieces of it. Um, I've watched bits and pieces, but I don't know, man. I don't know if you can say how. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate to anyone to be in jail, bro. Let's be real. Is he going to be out in 6, or is it because it's a violent offence? He might have to do 2/3. But then again, I think they've changed that back. It was 2/3 for violent offences, isn't it? But I think they've changed it back to half again. You know, see all these fucking changes to 33% and all these things. It's kind of muddling up my brain to what exactly is going on. Yo, what is going on with this fucking lighting, bro? It's fucking all over the place, isn't it? It's not usually like this. You get me? Because think about it, Diddy abuses, does some madness, and all Ghetts did was kills. Why, Dash? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Because think about it, Diddy abuses and does some madness, and all Ghetts did was kill someone in a car crash. But I'm not excusing his behavior. Oi, oi, Dash is mad. Oi, oi, Dash, you're going mad. Trust me. But big up you though. Big up you because you're one of the regulars. You get me. So I gotta big you up. But yeah, shall I see? Let me see if I can find. Let me see if I can find this now. Um, um, I want to. I want. Here it is. Wait there, guys. 1 second. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. I'm just setting up. Okay, yeah. I'm here now. I'm here. I'm here. Yeah. Move that over here. Do. Right. What you saying though? Bam, boom, bam. Where is this video now? Don't take the piss because I just had it there. I just had it. Yeah. Wait there. 1 second. 1 second. One second. Do. Free my bro. Uh, right. Okay, so this is the sentencing. I didn't even know that they live stream these type of things. Is that a new thing or what? Well, let's see what they're saying. All right.
On the 8th of December 2025, at the plea and trial preparation hearing in this case, you pleaded guilty to dangerous driving and to causing death by dangerous driving. Those two matters on the indictment, counts 1 and 2, cover episodes of your driving the evening of the 18th of October 2005 between 11 p.m. and 11:30 p.m. when you drove from central London to Roding Lane South in Redbridge, and secondly, when on Redbridge Lane, you hit and killed Yubin Tamang as he was crossing the road. Counts 3 and 4 of the same indictment allege that at the time of causing the death of Yubin Tamang, you were driving whilst over the prescribed limit for alcohol. And lastly, after causing his death, you embarked on a further episode of dangerous driving as you made your way from the scene of the fatality to your home.
You know when you're in court, yeah, and it's sentencing, and they read out all this shit. This is when it's like, oh damn. This is when it really hits like, This is when they really get into the gritty information and make you seem like a demon.
On your behalf, a written...
Or is it just the home truths hitting home? You know what I mean? And sometimes we just can't take it. This is who we was at that period of time.
Basis of plea document was provided. That document is dated the 8th of December 2025. In that document, you set out that your guilty pleas to counts 1 and 2 were on the basis that you drank 3 glasses of brandy and coke whilst having a meal in central London. When you went to drive home, you claimed you saw 4 people in a Mercedes A-Class who you say looked suspicious and...
Ooh. He's been sentenced now, but you know what it is.
Who you thought may pose a threat to you or your...
Yeah, you can't just go in there making them think you just did this for, you know what I mean? Like, yo, it's not like he's gonna go, yo, you know what it is? I just lost my head. I was just driving fast and just thought, you know what? I was gonna lick man over. Obviously, you're gonna be like, yo, I was fearing for my life, X, Y, and Z. You get what I'm saying?
Car. The basis of plea speaks of an incident some years before when you had been approached at gunpoint and your vehicle taken. You said that on the 18th of October 2025, you believed you were under threat and were being followed, and this led to your erratic and dangerous driving. It is also said this led to the sudden increase in speed before the collision, the subject of count 2. You then wanted to get home as quickly as possible, as you thought you were still under threat. Once home, you said you consumed 6 to 7 shots of Ciroc vodka mixed with ginger beer and had a cannabis cookie. You say you then dozed off before being woken by the police. At the police station, you say you told a legal representative...
So are we clocking what's going on here? Are we clocking what's going on here, or are we all playing dumb to what's going on? Do we know what's happening?
That you had drunk vodka in the hour or two before your arrest, had consumed a cannabis cookie, and signed a written document to that effect at the police station. You do not understand why police records show something different. You accepted that you may well have been over the drink drive limit when you got into your car from that restaurant? But if so, it would not have been by much. At that stage, a timetable was set for matters in that base of plea.
Yes, me.
To be considered, along with further consideration of the evidence in support of counts 3 and 4. Having given time for inquiries to be made by your solicitors and by the Crown Prosecution Service to consider the account set out in that written base of plea, I note that no vehicle can be seen on any available CCTV to follow your car. You said you had been at the Omi Lounge and that at no point can any car be seen to follow you as you have suggested. On your behalf,
you know, when you come up with the story and they check out the story.
Today, it is so that you may.
You know what it is? The type of incident is, I don't think there was ever gonna really, you know what I mean, take much into consideration. There's not much they would have took into consideration here, regardless, even if they did see someone chasing you.
Maintain.
I don't think it would have made that much of a difference.
That you believed you felt under threat, albeit it is accepted there is no independent evidence.
But saying that, I've done that though when I was about 19, 20. Imagine I've lined up next to I'm lined up next to a car. My brethren's behind me in his car. These times we're driving like Peugeots and Corsas and that. Yeah. There's a what car was next to me at the lights? What was it now? It was like a Volvo, but unmarked one. I've looked at the geezer. I'm like a donut. The geezer got a bald head and everything, so I'm a donut. You get what I'm saying? But I'm just at the lights and my brethren's behind me. These days we rip around like normal, so I understand how someone can get caught up in this kind of shit. But like that's at that age, so not this big age. But what I'm saying is now I've burst off at the lights. Gone. You get what I'm saying? I'm thinking, yo, the Volvo's on it. He wants to race me now. Someone going faster, bro. You get what I'm saying? Next thing you know, blue lights. Oh shit, it's feds. I'm racing feds, bro. You get what I'm saying? I've pulled over. You get what I'm saying? My brethren's got off. Obviously, feds want to do me for dangerous driving. I've had to say, I didn't know who that car was behind me. I thought it was chasing me. Do you get it? And I can't even remember if that worked. I can't even remember if I got a. I think I still got a ban, you know. I think I still got a ban. I think so. So yeah, just don't really work, does it?
Of that, and no evidence has been called on that issue on your behalf. Whilst I can accept what happened in 2017, having viewed the footage that has been collated, I do not find your belief to be one that mitigates this driving.
Now I didn't go to jail, but I got a ban or something. I can't remember. I think I might have got a ban, or I think I might have just lost my license. You know, I think they kind of did take it into consideration a bit, you know, but like not fully.
Or the seriousness of it. Separately, I note evidence of the state of your car following the collision, which shows significant damage to the windscreen. An addendum base of plea document was provided on the 2nd of March. In that document, you accept that at the time of the collision with Yubin Tamang, your blood alcohol reading was 45 micrograms of alcohol per 100 milliliters of breath. The legal limit is 35 micrograms, and so you accept being over the limit for driving and by a significant margin. As you now accept the alcohol level and also that you failed to stop after the collision, it is not necessary for there to be a trial on counts 3 and 4, and so those counts will lie on the file, on the court file with the usual direction not to be proceeded with further without the leave of this court or the Court of Appeal. Turning then to the events of Saturday the 18th of October. In the early evening, you drove into central London from your home in Woodford. You were driving your BMW M5.
The feds trying to that to me on my electric bike, saying I don't have a license, so I just dashed the bike. You dashed the bike and ran. Why did you stop on your electric bike in the first place? You should be getting off straight away, bro. Come on, you definitely come on. That's not them things. They aren't road legal. You're supposed to be getting off like from the beginning, bro. Like, what was you doing? You can't be calling yourself dash to cash. You only dash into the cash. You're not dashing when the feds come. Come on, bro, man. Come on, dash to cash, man. You gotta be better than that, bro. Come on. Be real with yourself, though. Schoolboy error there. Schoolboy error.
A high-performance vehicle. The journey took about an hour, and you arrived in the Bloomsbury area just after 8:30 p.m. As you were later to accept, whilst in central London, you consumed alcohol before then driving home. Your return journey started about 11 p.m. Much of that journey captured on CCTV.
When you're hearing all of this stuff here, you're just like, oh, just tell me how long, bro. This is all long.
A chef, Nico Segara, was riding his motorcycle along Good Street. As you drove past him, your car brushed his leg, causing him to stop and to put his foot to the ground. You did not stop. You drove on and drove through a red traffic light. When the lights changed to green, the motorcyclist followed your vehicle. When he did so, he observed you drive through 2 further sets of traffic lights at red. You turn left into Gower Street and then right into Torrington Place, again passing through a red traffic light. You then continued along Bing Place into Gordon.
Yeah, there's a Gooch Street in Brum, but there's probably a Gooch Street everywhere, bro.
Gordon Square, passing through yet another red light. As you drove into Tavistock Square, there was slow and stationary traffic. You then drive onto the pavement outside the Tavistock Hotel to pass that line of stationary vehicles that were waiting at a red traffic light. You then drive through yet another set of traffic lights at red and collide with a Mercedes car. You continue into Tavistock Place, stopped momentarily before then driving away. The motorcyclist, Mr. Segara, stopped to speak to the driver of the Mercedes, Mr. Ansari. He checked that he was uninjured and then continued to follow your car. When you stopped at a red light in Sidmouth Street, close to Grayson Road, he took a photograph of the registration plate of your vehicle. Mr. Ansari was driving his car as a taxi that night and had a passenger. He was driving towards Holborn. He recorded.
Yo, they made sure that they said, nah, this man's not getting away with nothing.
Was travelling slowly in Tavistock Square at its junction with Gordon Square. He saw your car come towards him and having passed through a red traffic light. You tried to get across the road in front of Mr. Ansari, but stopped. Mr. Ansari continued to drive forward. As he passed, you drove on and collided with the back of his car on the driver's side, close to the rear wheel, before then driving away at speed. Mr. Ansari called the police at 11:03 that evening, and he later took a video of the damage you had caused to his car. After this collision, you continued in the direction of your home in Woodford. Analysis of your mobile phone shows that you made 5 voice calls to the same number in that period.
Oh, you know, when you're in the heat of it, adrenaline, you're just doing too much. All the evidence is on you. They're just, you know what I mean? Boy, so obviously it's like, it's going to be very hard for you to get away with this. And to be honest with you, when you come to your senses, it's not really something that you like. You just need to just. It's what I think. Like, this is one of them ones where, come on, let's be real, man. Just do your time. You know them ones. Like, you fucked up. You fucked up. Like, it's one of them instances where I feel like you need to just be happy to just do your time, bro, and just appreciate the fact that people are gonna see it as an accident. You know what I mean? Yes, I think a large majority of people are gonna want to worm their way out of it because jail is not nice, bro, at all. Let's just have that straight. But to take someone's life, albeit an accident, you just need to do your time in it. So, and I feel like he probably does feel like that. Let's be real, like, you don't come from a bad place, bro. But I think most people are gonna, you know, try to limit their sentence. Why would you not? You get me? But God damn, the judge makes it sound so horrible. Damn.
The calls are of various duration. up to 1 minute and 21 seconds. CCTV footage captures you driving, often at speed, between 11:21 and 11:27 p.m. At 11:21, you're on the Balls Pond Road, on the wrong side of that road, before turning left, continuing on Dalston Lane. A minute later, you drove around 2 cars travelling along Dalston Lane by moving onto the wrong side of the road. You passed 4 cyclists travelling in the opposite direction in that lane, causing 2 of those cyclists to swerve in order to avoid a collision. At 11:23, you overtook another car by moving onto the wrong side of the road.
Bro, every detailed second, just burning you down, blood. Making you relive the whole thing, making sure you know this is what you did, blood. This is what you did, blood. Have you ever sat in like one of your brethren getting sentenced or something like that? Bro, it's not nice. It is not nice, bro.
Later, as you're on Graham Road.
And especially when you're in the box yourself. Mental, bro. Like, just knowing that there's always a thought in your head, depending on the crime. Oh, maybe I'll get a suspended sentence. Sometimes, not all the time. Or you're always hoping for the best. And sometimes you get the best, and sometimes you get the worst.
You move again onto the wrong side of the road and drove through yet another set of traffic lights at red. At 11:24 p.m, you accelerate around a lorry, travelling along Morning Lane. Further along Morning Lane, at its junction with Ponsford Street, a car stopped at a red traffic light. You crossed yet again onto the wrong side of the road. At 11:25, still driving along Morning Lane, you crossed the junction at Well Street and moved onto the opposite lane, narrowly missing a car travelling in the opposite direction. By 11:30 p.m, CCTV shows you driving along Roding Lane South towards Redbridge Lane East. Redbridge Lane East runs between the North Circular Road at Redbridge and the A1400 Woodford Avenue.
And the judge is just like so monotone. Like, it's just mental, blood.
The road is in a residential area. It is a road with a single lane for traffic in each direction. The speed limit, 30 miles an hour. At the time of the incident, it was dark, the road lit by streetlights on both sides. The road surface was dry. Yubin Tamang, a 20-year-old man from Nepal, a university student living in Berkholt
Rest in peace. Rest in peace.
Avenue, near to where he was killed, was walking along the pavement of Redbridge Lane East. He looked, checked the road was clear before crossing the road. As he was crossing that road, he was hit by your car. You were driving at a speed significantly in excess of the speed limit. Yubin was catapulted into the air before crashing onto the roadway. He sustained catastrophic injuries. Camera footage shows the lead up to the impact and the point of impact itself. On the audio, the noise of the engine of your car can clearly be heard as it approached its speed. After impact, your rear brake lights can be seen, but you then drive on, leaving the scene without stopping. The footage of the impact shown in this court is simply shocking. Images of the state of your car show that it was then not in a fit state to be driven.
And you're just going to be in the box like this, just like keeping a straight face through all of this, and you're just thinking, fuck.
Safely, but nonetheless, you continue for another 8 miles over some 15 minutes or so to a location close to your home in Kings Avenue. You make another phone call just after the collision to the same number as those earlier calls, this one for 33 seconds. Of note, there is no call to the emergency services. It is also of note that you do not park outside your home, but a short distance away. You've been in the car on your own. The windscreen...
They clocked his whole thing. Nothing went past them. Clocked it all.
The car had been shattered.
clocked it all, bro. I don't know what went in his favour.
I mentioned earlier the journey into central London was an hour.
Does anyone know what the maximum discharge holds?
The journey home took half that time. After getting home, you're seen running and returning to the car half an hour later for some reason. Expert analysis of the event data recorder from your BMW shows that in the 5 seconds before the collision, the speed of your car went from 36 to 74 miles an hour, 67 miles an hour at the point of impact. And at that point of impact with Yubin's body, you were driving at a speed more than double the speed limit then in force. Although you had left the scene where Yubin had been hit, other drivers stopped, attended to him, and sought to administer first aid. They called 999 and sought to give CPR. The helicopter emergency medical services team arrived and attended to him. He was taken to the Royal London Hospital. It was clear that he had sustained...
The maximum that he could have got is 14 years to life. So I'm guessing like after 14 years, I'm guessing they're looking at like life maybe. Well, basically they're saying that the maximum you could have got is life, innit? But I think he basically got near enough the maximum, taking into account that it was literally an accident.
Extensive and catastrophic injuries, multiple fractures, multiple organ damage, including damage to the brain.
Yeah, rest in peace to that guy, man. Rest in peace, man. Yeah, like, you know, it's a shame for the family and that, man.
He was placed in the intensive care unit, but remained unresponsive, and his injuries were deemed to be unsurvivable. During the course of the 19th of October, his condition deteriorated, and he died just after 1 p.m. on the 20th of October. Turning next to victim impact. There are a number of victim impact statements. One is from Yubin's close friend, roommate and university classmate, Shashant Kahada. He speaks about the impact on him of loss of his close friend and the impact on his own education, relationships and family. He says that Yubin was like family to him. As he says in his statement, and I quote, Yubin was only 20 years of age. He had dreams, ambitions, and plans for his future.
Damn, man. See, life sometimes it can just be nothing ain't promised. God damn, man.
His loss has not only taken a life full of promise, but has permanently affected mine and my family's lives. The emotional, psychological, and practical impact continues.
And Ghetts is going to feel this, man. He's definitely going to feel it, bro. He's not a bad guy. He's definitely going to feel it, bro. It's one of them ones where it's like, you're going to be beating yourself up, innit? I mean, if you got some sort of conscience, you're going to be beating yourself up. And I believe that he is, man, definitely.
Continues every day. There is also a statement from Attar Sharitha, who has supported the family since the death of Yubin. Yubin's mother and father have travelled from Nepal, and his mother read her moving statement to the court this morning. Part of her written statement reads as follows. This incident has not only taken our son away, but has left us in a state...
Like, every detail, everything, every side of the story, everything, they want you to know, yo, this is the reason why you're getting this sentence. You know what I'm saying? For what's actually happened, yeah, 12's a light, man, I think personally. Like, I'm not saying that you should have got more or anything like that, but I'm just saying, if I done the same thing and they gave me 12, I probably would take it as a result, if I can say that.
Of unrest. We feel extreme pain and an unimaginable sense of loss. We have felt it's something that we have to endure. My son had dreamed of further education and had come to the UK. He wanted to gain a degree from here because it is well recognized in the world. Unfortunately, this tragic event happened near our home while he was returning home from work. No sentence a court can pass can ever equate to a life lost.
You know, when you hear the family saying that, obviously that's what they're gonna say in it, but I feel sorry for everybody involved, man. I just want to have a time machine and just rewind it. If I had a time machine, rewind time, yeah, I'd go to that party, yeah, and I'd see Ghetts stumbling out, and I'd just bang him and say, bro, trust me, you're gonna understand, trust me, yeah. And then when he's out cold, I'm just gonna say to him, is yeah, bro, drive the normal speed limit all the time. You get what I'm saying? You'll probably wake up like half an hour later and get a cab home because
The life of a young man mourned by those who knew and loved him, and with so much ahead of him. Returning to the facts, the police arrived at your home address just before 4:30 a.m. on the Sunday morning. On arrest and caution, you make no reply responses. You ask the police what car you were meant to be driving, but at that stage, the police did not say anything, just that you would be interviewed. You were told your house would be searched, and when you asked why, the police said they were looking for a car key. You spoke to your partner about what you called the Bimmer key, the BMW key. But when the police asked you for the BMW key, you made no reply. Your mobile telephone was seized. When the police searched your home, they found various documents for the BMW, including a notice of intended prosecution, the logbook and keys. At the police station, the drink and drugs drive procedure was completed. You were asked when you had last consumed alcohol, and you said at 9 o'clock, a Hennessy and Coke. From the documentation completed at the time of the process, you said nothing about any post-incident consumption of drink or drugs. The breath test procedure gave a lower reading of 45 micrograms of alcohol per 100 milliliters of breath, so the limit being 35. A drug swipe test showed a positive reading for cannabis.
M5 is a hefty car, my brother.
Later analysis shows some impairment at the time of driving, and obviously with both drink and drugs, the impact of those drugs may have been greater on you. When interviewed under caution, you made no comment responses to all questions. It is of note that when asked to explain why you had driven in a dangerous manner and whether there had been any distractions, you made no comment responses. In the initial basis of plea document, you set out the consumption of post-incident alcohol. As is clear from a reading of the joint report of the experts instructed by the prosecution and on your behalf, none of the accounts you've given could account for the measured evidential breath alcohol level, and all indicate you must have consumed more alcohol than you have declared. And from the calculations alone, it is not possible to say whether the missing alcohol was consumed pre-incident, post-incident, or a combination of the two. As I have set out in your addendum base of plea, you now accept a reading of a minimum of 45 micrograms of alcohol per 100 milliliters of breath at the time of the fatal collision. Turning next to your driving record and antecedents, you are now...
Oh, bro, it's just non-stop. It's literally non-stop. It's non-stop. I feel like he got off light, bro. Like the judge could have threw the book at him.
Now 41. There are a number of convictions recorded against you. They go back to 2000, when aged 16, you were convicted of robbery. In 2001, for a number of driving offences committed in the September, October, November, and December.
They got him. They know everything. The judge has got all the information. You lied on your story saying someone was looking peculiar. They looked on the cameras. There's no peculiar people. But boy, this is like one of the, like, it just, yeah.
December of 2000. Those offences including aggravated vehicle taking.
Why would you ruin his career over driving drunk? Like, bro, use your brain. Yeah, but sometimes we all have these moments of madness, though. His moment was a mad moment. But you can't say that you've never done something that could have put you in a compromising position before. I think we've all done that. So it's easy to say it can happen, and we all forget about. Well, not all of us, but we all certainly when you come from a certain place, you have a tendency to go above the law a lot of the time. You get me? So it's possible to happen. We can't act like he's the only person in the world that's ever drove fast. You get what I'm saying? But these are the consequences, and look, you can ruin your whole life from it. So yeah, everyone just take note, and it's one of them ones.
Dangerous driving, taking a vehicle without consent, driving other than in accordance with a driving license, and driving without insurance.
Man said he got in and done 8 shots of teenagers. Yo, it's not time for jokes and a weed cookie. Obviously, he tried to make it out like he was already high and drinking afterwards, not before. You get me? Obviously, you gotta do that, innit? But yeah.
You received a detention and training order. In April 2000, to a community order.
Can't hear all his convictions, bro. Like, we get it. He's got convictions.
And a further by dangerous driving. In terms of that categorization, the footage shown as part of the hearing shows a quite appalling litany of incidents of dangerous driving leading up to the incident that leads to death.
It's too soon, man. Songjin Wook Park, too soon, man.
On the guidelines for dangerous driving alone, the factors identified place this offence into the highest category. As such, the start point on count 1 would be one of 18 months imprisonment and a range of sentence of between 1 and 2 years imprisonment. Next, moving to the aggravating factors, you have previous convictions for driving offences. Whilst they are some years ago, they cannot be ignored. On count 1, a motorcyclist to that non-profit community group over a number of years. Timothy Pabifo speaks of the support and encouragement you have given to him. Your music has provided you with a following and with a significant financial reward. And I acknowledge that you have used
financial reward, you know. No, bro, you worked hard for your music. What do you mean financial reward? You worked hard. Ghetts has worked hard for his position. What do you mean financial reward? It's not a reward, bro. He's worked hard and earned whatever he's earned. That's not a reward, bro. What are you talking about? Come on, man. Let's just be a bit more fair than that. Like you just done music and got a financial reward.
Both the music and the money has given you to good effect and have done much to support many others. I've read very carefully the letter that you have written to me. In the letter, you express your genuine regret and remorse for your actions on the 18th of October 2025. As you set out, you've done much to help others over the last 10 years, and all that good work is marred by driving in drink and taking the life of another young man. You've pleaded guilty, and in my judgment, credit in the region of 25% is appropriate and will be given for those pleas of guilty, as well as a disqualification until an extended test is passed. There has to be a disqualification from driving and for a minimum period of 5 years. Turning next to mitigation. On your behalf, I have seen and read a sentencing note that has been prepared on your behalf. It is accepted that this is a category A1 case and with aggravating features that may have a starting point for sentence in double figures. It is submitted, the court may be able to reduce that sentence to...
Now you're 100% right on that Songjin Wook Park. Like in a residential area, going like that. Damn, you really believe, like you know, these obviously I've seen all the other videos where he's driving, like you really believe you're the Stig? Like, bro, you know, like you've got to understand, yeah, like if you consider yourself a bad boy driver, you should know when to drive slow and when to drive fast. If you're the sickest driver, know when to drive slow and when to drive fast. Being a sick driver means that your hazard and awareness skills are A1. Yeah. That's what it also means. It means you get to destination from A to B in the quickest and most efficient time. Yeah. And you keep your license intact, you keep your body intact, and you keep everybody around your body intact. You can't consider yourself a sick driver if you're not aware of your surroundings, especially when you're intoxicated. This ain't cool, bro. This will never be cool. And we should never see it as cool. We understand it's a mistake, but it's not cool.
Within the single figure range. Through Mr. Aina, a full apology has been made and a full acceptance of the sequence of events in the course of your driving that evening that are clear aggravating features of the driving. As I have already said, a quite appalling litany of events. Mr. Aina also expresses your...
That's what I'm saying, bro. I remember doing that when we was younger, even on the motorway, driving reckless. And when I think back to it, I think, yo, the younger me was a dickhead driver, bro, doing these stupid things for no reason. You get it? How you get to these big ages and think that's cool, man? Nah, man, come on, man.
Your apology to the many others that you have let down. Your letter and those of the many who have written about you are ones that I have read and digested. But as I've said, it is very clear that you have done much to support others. But as I've also indicated, it is a real shame that all of that work has been impacted by your dangerous and ultimately fatal actions last October. Would you stand, please?
Geez, here we go.
On count 2, that's causing death by dangerous driving, applying the guidelines as set out, and making allowance for the aggravating and mitigating features identified, the sentence before plea would have been one of 16 years imprisonment. In my judgment, the aggravating features set out would take the sentence to the top of the identified range of sentence before the mitigating features identified, then bring it down to the sentence that I've just indicated, making allowance for your plea of guilty.
So we got 16 with his early guilty plea, 2/3. I get it, man.
Sentence of 12 years imprisonment. On count 1, dangerous driving, a concurrent sentence of 15 months. Again, before plea on count 1, there would have been a sentence of 20 months, taking allowance for your plea, 15 months. Your license will be endorsed with the particulars of the convictions for dangerous driving and causing death by dangerous driving.
He's got to take his test all again, bro.
There will be an order for disqualification until you pass an extended driving test. In terms of disqualification from driving, the minimum period is one of 5 years, and here, in light of the facts and your previous driving record, a disqualification for 9 years. In light of the custodial period that I have imposed, there must be an extension period to that period of disqualification, and that has to be 2/3 of the custodial term I impose, as the custodial period is one of over 7 years. The extension period is one of 8 years. So there will be a disqualification from driving for a period of 9 years and an extension period of 8 years, making a total period of 17 years. On that sentence of 12 years, you will serve 2/3 of that term and then be released on license for the remainder of it. Whilst on license, you must comply with the terms of that sentence. At any stage, the license may be revoked and your return to custody ordered. There will be an order that you pay the prosecution costs in the sum of £1,630. That sum to be paid within a month.
The judge didn't buy nothing, bro.
Of today's date. If the statutory surcharge applies, the appropriate order may be drawn up. You may go down.
Yeah, boy. I guess that's it, really. Let that be a lesson. You know what it is? You got to learn lessons off other people's mistakes, innit? And this is definitely one of them ones where you learn. Slow the fuck down, bro. Everybody slow the fuck down. Know what you're doing. Don't drink drive. Like, this is not the only situation that you can have. You know, like some of the members on the Sinners podcast, yeah, there was in a bad car crash, yeah, on the motorway where they all should have died. And it was coming back from an event. It wasn't even a drink driving thing like that, but, you know, it's easy to have a lack of concentration and a near death experience, you in the car or to somebody else. You get what I'm trying to say? So Like, just remember, like, the road is one of the most dangerous place to be. You get what I'm saying? So, just be safe out there, and just don't take life for granted. You see, car, like, we all got aims and ambitions, and I would hate for it to be cut short for some stupid ass motherfucking shit. You get me? Like, it just doesn't make sense in it. And obviously, I feel sorry for Ghetts as well. Ultimately, he's gonna be all right in it. Like, he's done well in his career. You know, he knows the system already because he's already been in it. So it's not nothing new to him. So I'm not gonna be sitting here feeling very sorry for him like that. You know what I'm saying? If it was my own brethren, I wouldn't feel sorry for them like that. You get what I'm trying to say? So, like, I don't think he needs any special treatment of such. You get what I mean? It's just that we come from the same place as us, and I'm just saying it potentially could happen to any of us. And we all just need to look at each other and say, bro, you fucked up. Yeah, look what you've done. You fucked up, bro. You've took someone's life. You get what I'm saying? And just be accountable for that, bro. You get what I'm saying? Because you gotta live with that for life. That's all it is. But other than that, still our people, still Ghetts, still one of the fucking goats of the UK, and that's just it. That will never be taken away from him. And yeah, he's gonna do his time. He's gonna come out, and hopefully he gives back to the family, and he yeah, and all that stuff, bro. Like, yeah, it's just yeah, whatever, it is what it is, isn't it? But yeah, just the message is more for all of you. Like, learn from this mistake, innit? Learn from his mistakes, because just don't act like you're too perfect to know that it could happen to you. You all do something that potentially can cause a situation that, like, where there's victims and all that jargon. But yeah, anyways, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. Love all of yous. Yeah, love my chatters that come in. There's been a lot more of you in this one today. You all want to see what's going on with Ghetts. I get it. But tune in every day, man, and let's just create our community, and and just shoot me a DM and tell me what you want me to react to, and we'll get it done. It's going to be a shorter one today because I'm tired. But yeah, see you like tomorrow, man. Peace.